49 and a solid return there. The run inside. It's Brave. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Right back to the well. Enough to move the chains. Across the 25, he's got room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Utes!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Offense in a bunch formation. Running inside. It's Pringle. Got the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. And the Canes have this offense rolling. The toss to the outside. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids.
Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Scooped and scored. Touchdown, Utah. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the quarterback. Caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Left side is Mueller. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
Upstairs, he's got it. Gets away from one, finds room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and
makes the catch and he's free. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Lost to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
On the move from inside his 5. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. There he goes. The 50. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Looking down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell His offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got him downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Second down to the air. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
And making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bray. Got enough for the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Bray.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Rid of it on the RPO. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bray. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Drops back on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right.
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Keeps it moving. It's Bray. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Rides to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Utes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw one first. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
The Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. Second and goal. This time they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
And the point after is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Straight ahead, it's Brave. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Out wide right, it's Brave. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up 4th.
The Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. The throw. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Utah.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
Number 17. Get to advance on the football.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Extending the play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Got some green grass. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Hits inside, it's Pringle. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Timeout called by the Utes, that's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Pushes ahead. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. With the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Still looking. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Dead center perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. And it's the Beavers with the first half lead on this juggernaut, and they're trying to make history today. Going to take a lot of discipline in this second half, but they're almost halfway home.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Fresh set of downs going up top.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Now, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This time on target. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense set on 1st down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Finds his target. Touchdown, Canes! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Riding up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Quick give. It's Brady. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That one stings for this offense, man, because your defense just gave up points. They grabbed the momentum. You're trying to go get it back. And what do? You cough the football up, put your defense right back on the field. They got to answer the bell this time. Last time they gave up points. This time they're going to need to go bail you out and make you look good.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Utes need to pick it up on 4th down. Short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making the adjustment on the play. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Snags it. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the 1st down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a...
Makes a grab and room to run. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Cuts it upfield. It's Gray. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the 1st tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the 1st down.
Got him on the RPO. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the gun, it's Pringle. He's past the sticks. Still on his feet at the 45. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Miami. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Utes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They boot it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught, it's Mueller. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to throw again. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game, of who's winning, who's getting separation on the outside, who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage. This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Sells the run, wants to pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Had to force that one.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into it.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football, and right now offensively they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking for space. It's Pringle. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Takes a shot at the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped. It would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Second down, gonna throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking...
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back.
Goes high to pull it in. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Utes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw one first. Fires one high and deep. He's got it way down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. And the Utes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants to throw it again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. And 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
There he goes! The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. The run inside. It's Bray. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The pull and throw off the RPO. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Defense looks as if it's coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Setting up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, swing passes to the running back oftentimes are like an extension of the running game. That's like a sweep, but give the defense a ton of credit. The speed to be able to pursue and get to the football is why they've now set up 4th down.
Turning it on. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Utes will hustle to the line.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had.
He's going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. this time. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Across the 15. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Mueller. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Working on the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Out of the gun, looking to throw. On the move. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The snap sets up to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Utes! What a catch in the end zone for 6. Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.